Hey everybody, Phil Clemente here, Air Filtration Solutions. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. Thank you for tuning in. These clips are from a new client. We just completed the job. They hired us to change their pre and final filters. It's a hospital here in Southern California located in Orange County off one of the major and busiest freeways in Southern California. As pre-filters, you'll see in the clips, they were using what looks like to me a Villadon Freudenberg knockoff as a pre-filter, approximately 18 inches deep. Didn't have any markings, didn't have any labels, so I couldn't tell what MERV rating they were. I'm guessing about a MERV 11, MERV 12. Anyhow, you'll see we'll be replacing those with the Fiberbond PolyShield 440 cubes MERV 11 with Sporax and VE3 technology. For final filters, they're using the very popular mini pleat V cells. And as you can see, this version it's the synthetic version and it has 4 Vs. The version you will be seeing in the videos and the clips are a 2V. And we'll be replacing those with the Fiberbond multi-wedge 95s with Sporax. If you've been following me, you're very familiar with these concepts. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to be surprised at how well Fiberbond products will perform in this hospital. Many of our Kaisers are located off major freeways here in Southern California. We've been doing business with them for many, many years, so we know what to expect. And I'm not going to be surprised at what we find because I'm very familiar with the products that they are using. And let's just say I won't be surprised at what we find. So enjoy the clips. I'll talk to you after. Tonight we have a new client in Orange County that we are changing their pre and final filters. And here's what we're using. We're using our Fiberbond PolyShield 440 cubes MERV 11s and multi-wedge 95 final filters MERV 14. 1 truckload, 4 guys to do the job. So it's 70 pre and 70 final filters, 2 air handler units in the penthouse roof, and they are using a Freudenberg Villadon knockoff as a pre-filter. There are no labels or any markings on this filter at all, which makes me a little suspicious since I know they are produced overseas and brought in. But here you have it. This is what they're using. We are going to replace them with our Fiberbond PolyShield MERV 11 cubes, which will not need these clips here. The great thing about our product, you just pull the old ones out, pop in the new ones, you have a complete seal, and you're done. And here you have it. Job done. Downtime minimal, 5-7 minutes at the most. Pulled out the old ones, popped in the new ones. Once the new ones are in, you have a complete seal all the way around. No need for clips. Don't need to worry about gasketing. And that's it. You're done. Like I said, these are definitely a Freudenberg Villadon knockoff. I don't know the efficiency or much about this filter because there are no markings or anything. But regardless, these are the old ones we pulled out. We're going to package them up, get them out of here, hauled out of here, and finish up on the other unit. But let me show you the final filters now because they're using a very labor-intense product. So here are our final filters, Fiberbond multi-wedge 95s. Here is the back side of them, and you can see that they do not collapse even at 0 airflow. The pockets remain rigid at all times. Here are the final filters that they were using. The very popular mini pleat V cells. This is the 2V cell instead of the 4V cell, and these are the multi-wedge 95s that we brought in, minimal as far as labor, bringing them up, 10 boxes to do both units. These are all packed 1 per box, 35 pounds a piece, very labor intense.
So in addition to just being labor friendlier, talking about the multi-wedge 95s, it's also protection, what hospitals need, liability protections. Because look at these filters, and this is very common. They're all covered with molds and spores, fungus growing on the media. Happens all the time, and it just doesn't happen with fiber-bond products with Sporax.
So there you have it, guys. You know, I'm always asked why I push or distribute fiber-bond products, and here is a prime example. Molds and spores, huge liability for a hospital. Shouldn't happen, but it happens to every product. Why? Moisture is a common element found in all air handlers. All air handlers. Once you put filters in air handlers, they're going to be exposed to moisture. So they better hold up to those elements. It makes sense, right? You know, I'm always told, the reason why you push fiber bond is because you represent the line. You have the line. Well, that's one reason, but to keep it simple, the reason why I push fiber bond products is because they work. They work. If you're an engineering director of a hospital and you come to me and you say, look, I need filters that could withstand moisture, that won't succumb to molds and spores, that won't collapse and expose my coils to unfiltered air and contaminate my system. I want my system to remain clean so that my occupants get the best indoor air quality possible. The only way that happens is if the system is operating efficiently at all times. And the only way that happens is by keeping it clean. So if you come to me and those are all, everything you want to achieve in filtration, in my 30 plus years in this industry, there's only one line that I could recommend, and that's fiber-bond products. Certainly isn't this line. You see how vulnerable they are to molds and spores. Look at past posts in here on LinkedIn. There's other hospitals that have experienced this. We've gone in there, put our product, only to never see mold return again, which is a pretty good sign that Sporax works, regardless of what my competitors want to say. In my career, every air handler that I've gone into, and I've documented many and shared them on my website, that have had an infestation of mold, we clean it up, dispose of those filters, put in fiber-bond filters with Sporax, and it never returns. It never occurs again, which is a pretty good evidence on the fact that Sporax works, that these filters work. So there certainly are other lines that I could be pushing that would be easier for me to access due to geographical location, because fiber-bond's out in Michigan City, Indiana. But again, you're a hospital engineer and you come to me with all those concerns, there's only one line I could recommend. And I could easily prove that to you by showing you, sharing with you over 30 years of documentation in this industry, my career. So I hope it helps. Anybody out there want to talk filtration, give me a call, shoot me an email. Always happy to talk. Take care.